Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. Because I don't know how many people are already there. So let's wait for 2 more minutes. Okay. Okay, if you are there, please just press some 1, 2, or 0 into the Slack group chat. Okay. If you are there, please press 1 or 2 or 0 to the group Slack chat. So I know Scott is there, right? And probably Mark. Okay. Mark is also there. Ah, I didn't find that. 2 people watching. Let me double check this. Ah, yes. So there are only 2 watching. I don't know what happened, but in this session we have 25 people. We have 25 students. So anyway, I don't think there will be some other people joined now. So that's fine. Just Scott and Mark. Okay, let's start. So today is the first webinar, which is called Welcome Webinar for this artificial intelligence programming with Python nano degree. And so our nano degree is around about 4 months. It should be around 4 months. So today's webinar is just an introduction about our this nano degree, and also what kind of services or what kind of benefit you could have during this whole long-term 4 months nano degree. So yeah. So we have 4 different parts. First part will be introduction, and then course outline, which is pretty important. And the third part is service or benefits for you, which is super important for you. And then the last part is honor of code. So because we only have 2 people there, another 2 people, Mark and Scott there, so we could probably finish today's session webinar very soon. Okay, let me introduce myself. I'm Xin. I'm currently working as a software engineer, data scientist at a technology company. And I'm very excited to be the mentor of all of you. You are very welcome to ask me any questions during this 4 month or afterwards. So it's very nice to meet you guys. So if possible, or if you are interested, can you two also just write a very short introduction about yourselves, right? Okay. So I know you are Scott and Mark, right? Let me check. So Scott, as far as I see, I think you are 7:30 local time. So you are at Arizona, somewhere somewhere nearby. So you are using mountain time, right? And Mark, yeah, we have the same time slot. You are in the east. Denver. Yeah, it's Colorado. Nice place. Yeah, I forgot to tell you. I live in Pittsburgh. And yeah, I think most often we can communicate in the evening. Probably better for me. Do you guys have anything interesting or special things to share? Anyway, I know there are only 2 of you. So, Mark, I know Scott is typing. Mark, do you have anything to share? Or if not, we can move on. But feel free to share anything. I mean, there are only 3 of us currently. Pretty boring guy. Yeah, this cool, Virginia. Yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah, this YouTube Live is kind of lame for me, I think, because if we use Zoom or just Google Hangout meeting, probably better because there are few people, so we can communicate with each other. It's not like now I'm the only one speaking and you typing. Okay, very limited experience in AI. What about you, Scott? Do you have any experiences about AI, machine learning? Took a course linguistic geometry in my undergrad. Yeah, actually, I'm kind of curious. What's your current job? I mean, you don't need to tell me very detailed or specific position you are doing, but I mean, is your current job related to technology or anything related to software engineering or programming or data something? So I kind of curious, or I want to know your advantages to learn this course. Are you like you know nothing about this, or you know a little? Systems engineering in the healthcare. Cool. That I think systems engineer should feel pretty easy for this course. Hopefully, I mean, at least because you're a systems engineer, so I won't think coding will be too difficult for you. and I want to get into data science team. Yeah, that's definitely very good because artificial intelligence or machine learning, data science is super powerful and super popular currently. Okay, so I assume there's no more talking, right, Mark? Oh, wait a minute. So I know Scott is a systems engineer. So Mark, just to double check, Mark. So you don't have a lot of software engineer experience, right? Then I think probably you need to spend more time here. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's great. I think at least you two, shouldn't feel too difficult about this course, in my opinion. Okay, let's move on. So let's say the course outline. So basically, for this course, we have two projects. First project is you already have a pre-trained model to then you just need to use that pre-trained model to classify some dogs according to their images. So it's a deep learning neural network project, but you don't need to know too much about neural network. You only need to know how to run a Python file. Then you should be qualified to finish this first project. It's more based on some Python basic grammar, Python programming. You need to know how to run a Python program, how to write some if statement, some control flow, and how to write a function, and how to write some command line stuff. So after doing all this, you should be able to finish the first project. And the first project is deadline is April 30th, so the end of April. And so you have 4 weeks to finish the first project. And after that, you need to for the second project, the deadline is June 15th. So basically, for the first 4 weeks until April 30th, you need to finish the first one, introduction to AI, artificial intelligence, then introduction to Python. Then you can finish the project. And after that, we would have the some data science packages courses related, like how to use NumPy, how to use pandas, how to use matplotlib, which is a visualization package, so you can plot some beautiful pictures using Python, using these packages. And then you also need to learn several sections that are related to some mathematics and statistics. For example, linear algebra and some statistics, basic statistics. So which is the foundation to know how neural networks works, right? So because it's a machine learning, so you need to learn some basic math and statistics courses. So if you already taken know math very well, then you should spend less time on this part. And after the foundation, then you need to learn how does the neural network work. Then you can build a model based on neural network. We will use the PyTorch framework. And after that, it's about 6 weeks. Then you should be able to finish the second project, which is June 15th. You need to submit your second project. And after that, we also have some other courses like career, how to build your career, blah blah, something like that, and that's it. But here I need to mention that the first project and second project deadline April 30th and June 15th. These time are soft deadline, which means if you didn't finish your first project until April 30th, that will be fine. And as long as you finish these two projects at the very end of this whole semester, you should be able to still get your certificate. But these two deadlines, although they are soft deadlines, but they are strongly recommended. If you follow this deadline, you should feel easier to catch up the whole course. That's my opinion. So wait a minute, so we can take a look at this. Wait a minute. So you can say this intro to AI programming, then this is introduction to Python. So after these two, you should be able to finish this first project, and these two sections should be spent around 4 weeks or less, or even less. Then in this part, we could do get familiar with this NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib. These three libraries are very useful, especially. Wait a minute. I forgot who, Scott or Mark. Data science. Yeah, Scott, right? You said you want to get into your data science team. So if you are doing data science work, the NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib are super often used. If you need to analyze some data, do something, you definitely need to know these packages very well. Then you can do analysis. And then these two linear algebra essentials, calculus essentials, I don't know, because I think if you have undergrad in science major, no matter it's physics or mathematics or any engineering courses, I think you already know these two, calculus essentials and linear algebra essentials. But if you are bad at these two, then you should probably spend some time on these two sections. Yeah. And then neural networks. So you need to know how the neural networks works, and how to implement this using gradient descent, and how to train neural network. Then in our real working routine, under the PyTorch framework, how to train a model. And then you should be able to finish your second project. The second project is train a classification to predict the if it's a dog or if it's a cat, using your machine learning model, which is a deep learning model using neural network. So that's basically our nanodegree timeline. And after that, you should have this career services portal, how to make your profile more beautiful, like building your own GitHub profile, and decorate your LinkedIn profile, something like this. Okay, that's go back here. And then these are very important, which is what kind of benefits or services do you have? First one is we have this Slack group. So I think after you join this Udacity students working space, you already have a lot of different groups, right? This one is called AIPND session 1005. This is our small group. Yeah, so all the students, there are 25 students and I'm the mentor. So this is the small group. And also there are some other announcements, careers, find a study buddy, AMA, ask me anything events, introductions, motivation, these kind of different groups, and each group have its own functions. You can check. It should be very easy to understand. So anyway, you should make full use of these Slack groups. So if you have any questions, no matter it's about technical questions like coding, some concepts, or you have some career questions, you can always post your questions in different groups according to your question type. So make full use of these Slack groups. And also, if you have any question, you can also DM me. So you can PM me, ask me any questions. You have my Slack account. So this is first one. Then second one is one-to-one virtual call. So you can each week you have an option or you have a choice to one-to-one video call me. So during this one-to-one virtual call, you can ask me anything about the challenges you are facing, the coding questions, or any concepts of your course. Yeah, that's it. So every week you have an option to one-on-one virtual call, which is a 30 minutes call. And I think I already shared my link in the group, but yeah, let me copy this again. So just use this link. To make a reservation with me. Yeah, to schedule this one-on-one virtual call. Then we can talk. And also we have a weekly webinar. So for now, I'm planning to do this weekly webinar each Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So for Scott, you are using different time. So for you, it should be 7:30 p.m. Yeah, this is currently my schedule each Thursday. But today is Wednesday. Okay. Yeah. From next week, we will weekly schedule the weekly webinar on Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. And also, we have some other benefits like reviews, career services, career mentor. So for career services, we have two options. First, you can ask any career services questions on the careers group. And also, you can schedule one-to-one career coach. Career services are available within the nano degree students. As long as you are registered in this nano degree, you have this benefit. And also, you can use the career portal by clicking different portals. It's what I just showed you before during your course. There's a career portal. and you can schedule one-on-one career coach, which is pretty nice, I think. They can help you to prepare your interview and prepare your resume, this kind of stuff. And you are also very welcome to attend webinars and ask me anything sessions where coaches will answer questions about the job search. And the last thing is the honor of code expectations. I don't want to mention this too much because I think everyone should know we have to follow this, right? You cannot present others' work as your own, and you cannot give classmates your code. But you should communicate with each other, help with each other, talk about any challenges you are facing, because you can always benefit from this process a lot. Okay, yeah, I think that's all. So contact me on Slack, or if it's very urgent, just send me an email. That is my email. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all. So if you have any question now, please type in the Slack group so I can answer. And there's another weekly Ask Me Anything. Let's say each Wednesday, 9:30 p.m., 3:30 p.m. So if you are not comfortable with the timeline, or most of you are not comfortable with the timeline, we can change this anyway. So this is just an original timeline. Yeah, that's pretty much all. Because this is first introduction webinar, we don't have too much things to say, I think. So if you don't have any other questions, let's dismiss now. Okay, let's stop this. Anyway, if you have any question, you can keep asking in the Slack. Okay. Let me stop this. Good night.